Does it say on how he was specifically able to take on all of these drug lords and such?
Oh, according to the press releases, he didn't. It was other people who were dressed as Batman. There was just such an overwhelming river of Batman, which is in fact documented because you remember all the nerds dressing up as
Yes.
Batman and shit, and a lot of them did die. And he has said, it's best not to try to take vigilante justice. We have a police force for that. I mean, we have a police force for that. You should talk to them first, etc. They put out a statement saying that Batman was not laughing or restraining laughter, but they had a cold. There have been many people wondering why he never seems to take off his bat mask and stuff like that. And he said that he is representing Batman because he is Batman. Because I'm Batman. That was his statement. And the press really couldn't get anything else out of him. So they're like, well, shit. But then again, we've had Trump as a president, so Batman's a step up as far as many people are concerned.
Yeah. Time to leave town, Dana.
You keep getting told that some kid runs by in a Batman T-shirt and stuff, and he's got one of those fucking plastic bat boomerangs, a batarang.
How big is security around this City Hall building?
Pretty big. They're regularly threatened with anti-Batman stuff, but Batman's wildly popular, and apparently everybody who's worked for him likes him. They state like once you know what he wants and stuff, then he's very easy to work for. He's not very demanding, a very laissez-faire type of governor.
Mayor. Still
right, mayor. Sorry. So,
next week.
Governor. Yeah, next week. But yes, Governor Batman. I mean, yes. So Mayor Batman is regarded as very popular. Yeah. Everybody likes him. They have tight security there, even during the off times and stuff. There's a lot of security. It would be pretty much one of those Mission Impossible missions to try to break into City Hall. Not nearly as bad as the Mission Impossible stuff, but
I'm just trying to get on the roof.
That's possible via Zeppelin, or if you can think of other stuff. There's not a lot of tall rooftops near that one. It's the tallest in that area, but yeah. I mean, it's possible. I'm not sure. You could probably parachute out of an airplane and try to hit the roof. It is big enough for that. You could land a chopper on it. Although Zeppelin, you could hover. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways on the roof. I mean, they do have regular patrols and stuff like that in the building. But Batman did have several changes put in, like he had various. They used to have a duct system and stuff, and so he's had various special features added to the duct system within the building. And they were like, so, Mayor Batman, why did you add various traps, motion detectors, cameras, and such to the duct system? And he's like, because everybody crawls through the ducts. Just look at Officer John McClane. And they're like, you realize he's fictional. And he goes, I'm Batman. And they're like, fair point.
All right. I want to know, when do they get their windows washed?
Daytime. You can
Excellent.
see the dirt so much better during daytime rather than waiting till nighttime.
I have a better question.
Is it a daily? No, you don't, Glenn. You don't know my question. Being pretty cocky over there.
Wow, she fucking shut you down. Okay, she gets a card for that. Yes, every day. It's not the same windows, obviously, but every day they with your amazing research role, they do have a window washer who's doing different parts of the building. Apparently, he's got some sort of schedule thing. Of course, you do find out that the window washer's rig is actually a piece of heavy equipment that has various controls and stuff on it. And you're pretty confident that you'll manage to dump off Glenn by accident, of course, who will fall screaming to his death many, many stories down.
I can drive one of those.
Shows him doing it to himself, and you're going, oh no.
What I want to know is if City Hall is connected to the sewers.
Probably not by a big enough thing to crawl through, but by small toilets and pipes and stuff. Sure. You're not going to make it through one of those unless you get really small. I mean, you can barely contort through a fucking hole that's been made to be big enough for humans to go through.
Yeah. Let's leave town.
Yeah. The Los Angeles City Hall or San Angeles City Hall is 138 meters tall, just so you know, which in falling damage equals a big splat, approximately.
That's really tall.
It really is tall.
All right, Glenn, we're really terrible about finishing things.
You
Let's
guys
finish something.
You guys are awful at finishing things. Guys.
Sometimes that's for the best.
There is a lot of exploration you could do. I mean, you're probably not going to pick up Sandy for it, but just exploring stuff like things that have been mentioned, things that haven't been, and all that. If you're scared of Batman, which probably a survival thing there.
All right,
Also,
I just want to set up a trap for Batman. Like, my idea is I dress up as Catwoman, who's dressed up as a window washer. Obviously. I've got my bucket of bombs. I tie up the real window washer. I totally ace and crit my use this pulley thing. I set up my bomb expertly, of course. Again, I'm critting. I'm really fantastic. I take out the light bulb to lure him over. And then again, totally fine going down the building. And then we just do whatever you want, Glenn. That's all I'm asking. That easy.
Plan, like...
That's the most elaborate plan. I'm not sure where the laying the ambush part comes in, but the rest sounds amazing. I'm really not sure what that's going to get you other than you've stolen a small light bulb in exchange for a whole bunch of bombs and a Catwoman outfit.
Because obviously Batman's going to go and try to fix the light bulb. It's like his picturesque, you know, he's like, oh, like his picturesqueness is gone, so he'll have to step on the bomb to fix the light bulb.
The bat light bulb.
Yeah, the bat signal light bulb on the top of the building.
So that way he can survive through a bomb, which Glenn survived through 2 of. I like it.
Well, maybe I'll chunk off a bat off of him or something. You know.
There you go. You want to see a shorter and shorter Batman. I see what you're after.
Little tiny bat size.
Mm-hmm.
Better with rifles.
One left.
I don't think you'll even get up there unless the window washing rig is parked at the ground level for some reason, which I don't see why they would do that, because
they want to get it stolen, obviously.
I would park it at the roof and make the guy go up through the whole building to get on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure she could Zeppelin into the roof. Yay.
So I guess if we didn't want to do any of those things, we can just go and like get a ring for the rest of the day.
A ring? Oh, that won't take long.
Everything takes a long time, Glenn.
Get some rings, and then we go to Gothic, and then we do interesting stuff.
I would like to point out, going to Burlington, I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong there.
Rock told us that somebody fixed it.
That does not mean it isn't problematic.
I like that you go off with what Rock told you. That's awesome.
Well, In
He's like-
retrospect,
He's like, it's Smurfing fine now.
I mean, yeah, just because Rock is completely out of his mind insane.
I'm gonna
doesn't
make
mean
you
he's a liar.
guess
maybe we can
Sherlock
put that on.
Gnomes instead of the sad robot.
But there's stuff to do in Gothic. We can explore.
By the way, both of you guys give me spot hidden rolls. I'm looking for at least negative 30 from something she said.
Nope.
Cool. Everything's fine. Both of you give me danger sense rolls.
Yeah. I got
Yes.
that one.
Yes? You guys
Yes.
both feel like you're being watched as you're standing there arguing and shit.
Let's go.
I thought we were in
I'm
the
leaving.
hotel. Or in
You're
our
in your apartment.
Oh, we were at the library.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're at the library and you're being watched.
Let's
Well, I
go.
would have been saying all of that in the library.
Well, you're
No,
saying it quietly. I mean, you're not allowed to talk loud in the
I'm
library.
gonna
anyway.
be Catwoman dressed as a window washer.
Actually, yeah, that does work in a conversation. People are like, "Oh, sexy Catwoman, sexy
Oh,
woman."
yeah.
After Halloween must be coming.
Yeah.
And then there's a third reveal.
Wow. quick change artist could be a new skill for you to fucking work on, right?
Maybe I'll get
Like,
hired
oh,
then.
oh.
I'll dress up as a more talented actor that they're like, oh, so glad you're here, Sharon Stone. And I'm
I
like,
go to the
yes.
door. We're leaving.
We're leaving. Now I'm going to sound like the ocean.
You guys head out of the library wishing you had a fucking car. You walk the 8.5 city blocks to your
Taxi.
Oh, okay. Great. You guys catch a taxi, pay too much money. You're back at your apartment.
Yeah. We go to Clem's.
Okay, no problem. You guys arrive at Clem's. It seems fine so far. Everything seems fine right now.
We go inside.
Clem's standing there with his big friendly mutton chops, and he goes, "Hi, what can I do you for?
Have a shave.
Hot towel?
Yes.
Great. Where are you going back to?
Gothic.
All right. You as well, miss?
Yes, please, the same.
You guys both get hot towels slapped on your face, and when they're taken off, he says, "Shave?"
Yes.
Right. He begins stropping a straight razor. "Shave?" he says to her.
No, thank you.
All right. No problem. You guys are back in Gothic. Glenn gets freshly shaven with a nice straight razor, and you're ready to go. The old-fashioned straight razor, the age spreading one, not the new modern ones where you can use separate razor blades and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've had lots of shaves with those, the new ones. So, right, you're back in Gothic at Clem's. Where to? This should be interesting. We stand and argue for an hour. Okay.
Do you want to explore, or do you want
There's also
to
places outside of Gothic, just FYI.
explore outside of Gothic? I was thinking about going to that PI guy again.
The unhelpful one who didn't seem to like you or trust you?
He gave us a job and said to come back sometime,
There you go.
but he seemed untrustworthy.
Oh, yeah. He's shifty as fuck.
So I thought we could do, or try to get another job for him, and then when
And then
he
forget about it and go outside town.
inevitably sneaks off to talk to his employer, like stealthily follow him and see what he's actually up to.
Probably being sleazy is your guess.
Then blackmail him.
Yeah.
Wow, you are after those sand points.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he's a
Let's
criminal,
blackmail.
then we'd get sand for putting him behind bars.
Actually, you guys are criminals.
Nah,
You can turn yourself in for them sand points.
we're fake criminals.
Right. Didn't you just murder a bunch of sentient beings not too long ago?
Nope.
Uh-huh. So,
Who do you think I murdered?
so going back to the PI, see if there's more water at that well.
Yep.
Great. You guys get there, and he says, "Why?" He's like midway through eating a big messy sandwich. He's got like a big napkin, cloth napkin spread out on his shirt that looks like it's been through a fucking battle of some sort. His office is uh, pretty grimy. He has two customer chairs that have been bolted to the floor to keep him from getting closer to his desk. He's sitting with his back to a closed window that has antique blinds on it, so that he can like look through the blinds and shit like that. And it looks like he keeps looking through at the same place because the same blinds are bent like repeatedly from going. Yeah,
How are you?
the big pickle thing goes plop off of his sandwich and onto his napkin that's on his shirt. And he goes, "Fine. How are you?"
Good.
"Great. I'm happy you're good. Did you come looking for work or did you come to bring me money? I mean, did you want to hire a PI or are you trying to suckle off my teat?" He says, eating the pickle off of his teat.
Just wanted to see if you had any interesting work.
Interesting? No. I do have some work. Not interesting.
Okay.
Are you looking for a job?
Yeah.
There's a girl who has gone missing. Her father wants her found. Would you like that job?
That sounds like good guy stuff.
He goes, he does a wobbling gesture with his sandwich, causing part of it to make a break for his lap. It succeeds. He looks really annoyed. God damn it. Now people are going to think I did something yellow in my pants.
We'll take the case.
Who's the father?
His name is Hunt, Max Hunt.
Hunt.
His daughter's name is Lacey. She's 17 years old. He also has a son named Michael and a dog called Pawpaw for some reason.
Max Hunt, Lacey Hunt, Michael Hunt, Pawpaw Hunt.
I guess the dog's last name might be Hunt. Now you're going to have to be careful on this one. I was going to tell him I'm not interested because I don't do this kind of work, but he's a councilman. Ta-da. I'm guessing you've got your spirit pentagrams and stuff, right? In case they ask.
We have papers. Would that be enough?
Got papers.
He looks at you as though you just said, "Can we shoot up heroin in front of the client, or is that pushing it too far?" He goes,
What's a councilman?
"Well, there's something called the Shadow Council. They rule the city, and what they say goes. If they say time for you to disappear to a gulag, guess where you wake up."
Okay. So you don't want to risk failing the powers that be?
Yeah, plus I don't do missing persons. Too much legwork. I do cheating spouses, and I am good at it. In fact, I had one guy hired me, find out if his wife was cheating. Turned out that she wasn't, but I had an affair with her, so I could report she was. Got paid.
I see.
Anything for a client, he says.
Do you know anything about him personally?
He's a bit strongly opinionated.
Do you think
He doesn't like
that it's
women.
a runaway situation?
Possible. Not sure. Don't care. You want the case?
Yes.
I don't even know what it pays. I'm guessing pretty good. But again, this is the kind of thing that if you fuck it up, then you won't be able to show your face in this town ever again.
Yeah.
Well, not without getting it ripped off or sent to a gulag. Plus, you haven't got your spirit pentagrams. Yeah. So try not to do any magic and convince them you're not a monster. Or if they ask to see it, tell them you've got it stuck on your ass and you can't get it out.
That was my plan.
Not a good plan, he says. So, anything else?
Glenn, I don't know. Now I'm being wussy.
Good.
Glenn.
Go to Ovaltine Fortress. He writes down some stuff. Give this to one of the guards.
All right, thank you.
If you decide not to do it, give it to the guard. Tell him that you can't take the case and send my regrets. Tell him fully booked and endorsed and staffed. And God damn it, this sandwich is good. All right. And you guys leave and head where? Or you go somewhere quiet to talk so you can yell at each other. I'm good with
Quiet to
that.
talk.
Somewhere
Great.
quiet.
You guys head over to a little quiet out of the way place on the street somewhere. I wouldn't talk about mass murder, but anything else you could probably talk about.
Yeah.
Glenn, if it's a legitimate runaway for very good reasons, I'm not going to send her back, and we're going to be really hunted by Hunt. Putting that down.
Yeah.
You guys don't like any of your missions.
Who
Nope.
runs away for legitimate reasons?
Runaways.
People in abusive families
Well,
whose parents run a shadow council that can make people appear in gulags. Which, is that what's been happening to us? Like,
It's possible.
Shadow Gulag. I mean, if he's so important, then he probably wouldn't be able to
Come on.
abuse his daughter quietly.
what? 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 That logic! What? You're too powerful to get away with it. What? Oh, that was a good joke. Okay.
Who says abuse doesn't make a good fucking joke, right?
They're so powerful that like people would stand up to them and stop them.
Huh.
What?
Everyone would notice.
Yes, that does not mean that she would be safe in this hypothetical situation. You can notice stuff. A lot of people notice.
We got a case.
Okay. I'm just letting you know. Let's do it. Let's find her.
All right.
I say we start with the son, though, and be like, is your father a terrible, terrible, abusive person?
Good idea.
Before we even take it.
Look up Michael Hunt.
Look up. Could you please tell me how and where? I'm really super curious. Your only instructions, you've got a piece of paper with writing on it, and we're told Ovaltine Fortress. That's pretty much all you got. Unless now, tell me, where do you want to look him up?
You know, ask around.
You stop some random person in the streets, and he goes, "Yes." He looks at you oddly. He's dressed in what appears to be like medieval style clothes and a shower curtain for a cape.
Do you know Michael Hunt?
Is that some sort of joke? You want me to say Mike, don't you?
Please
Bastard, he
don't.
says and walks off.
We can go for it. We can go to Ovaltine Castle.
Do you want to just stand in the middle of the street and yells, Mike Hunt? Has anybody seen Mike Hunt?
Yeah, you might want to try that, Dana.
Oh, that's harsh.
Why am I going to the castle? You're the one who said that we're going to take it.
I thought you were going to stand in the street.
No.
Yeah.
These were not my ideas.
Okay, your idea was to find Michael. So where are you going to find him?
Well, I imagine that he has money and the sister's 17. So if there's some sort of like cool party place where the rich kids hang out, they would probably be more likely to know him. I'm making a lot of assumptions.
Yeah.
Do I know of any cool kid hangouts?
Do you have San Angelo City lore?
Mm,
You can give me a roll on that.
I do.
Cool.
I'm acclimated to Gothic.
Excellent. Then you're not a negative with your Gothic post-apocalyptic city lore rolls.
Would it be at Learn then?
Probably, yeah. Unless you've got the skill, as apparently Glenn does.
No, I don't have that skill.
Not a fumble.
Cool. Glenn's like, I'm super old and over the hill. I have no idea where to find 17-year-old girls.
Yeah, the ritzy area of town is Lambourne Hall.
Lambourne Hall.
That'd be a better area. And I've got a sole survivor. Sorry,
Wah, wah.
Glenn. You have to discard your cards without trading.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to me?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Finally had good cards.
She totally did it on purpose. So, you guys head over there.
Zeppelin is gone.
Yeah, well.
I'm so waiting for that Zeppelin to get flown.
You have a master plan or anything?
We need to get the
No.
Zeppelin back.
Okay. Then I'll just dump these.
Nobody but me liked that idea. Okay.
You guys head over to Lambourne Hall. As you can see on your map, there's a furniture maker, upscale public baths, a haberdasher, a library, fortress wall fragment, Australian embassy, the Helton. Yeah, that's what's over there.
There's a beach.
No, you don't make turns on lines. They're only direct
Oh, that's not good.
connections. So you have to go from the docks
I
to get to the beach.
I see.
But I mean, I'm not saying you can't go to the docks and then go to the beach. You just
Right.
have to go.
But it's not upscale.
Yeah.
Got it. It does say it's jealously guarded, but yeah. I don't know. There's not like a club scene here. Maybe the baths or the hotel.
Give me streetwise as you wander around the Lambourne Hall area, trying to figure shit out.
No.
Nope.
You guys are really out of the scene, and you're old. You must be probably in your 20s, 30s, whatever. So you're old and out of the scene. You're twice the age of the people you're looking for and have no idea what kids these days are up to.
Uh-huh.
You look around at some of the various sheared off buildings that existed during the cyberpunk time, and it's a very big reminder that this is what happens after the cyberpunk area gets worse. And you came here on your own free will, so good on you.
Well, We got nothing. Let's just go to the fortress.
Okay. Yeah, let's give up.
After wandering around for half an hour, you guys again give up. You are the masters and mistresses of giving up and head over to the fortress. You go through the interior gate, the big S-shaped corridor to the other interior gate, and there are stopped by guards. One of them says, "May I help you?" You notice that the guards seem professional. They all have Magitech type of pistols on them, as well as crossbows, ballista, not on, I mean, on the fortress wall. I'm not saying they carry on a trebuchet. This thing is heavy. No. Let me get this fucker set up and I'll throw a rock at you. No. But, yeah.
I quickly read the paper before I show it to them.
It says, these dickheads are here to see Max Hunt about his missing daughter, signed I Spy PI. P.S. If they don't want the case, it's not my fault.
Okay.
Such a bastard, you think? The guards look at you and one of them goes, "Okay, let's try a different question. What's your name?"
My name's Glenn. We're here to see
Hi,
Max
Glenn.
Hunt.
Max Hunt. Councilman Hunt. You wish to
Yes.
see Councilman Hunt, he says.
My apologies. Councilman Hunt.
Yes. Do you have an appointment?
No.
And does he want to see you? He says.
I show him the paper. It is
He takes
rather urgent in a missing person case.
Very good. He tucks the paper away about his person, not about yours, which makes you lose the paper. He calls over another guy and he says, "Please take these two to Councilman Hunt." Very good, sir. Right this way for the frisk. They take you somewhere and say, "Right, put any weapons you have into this, and then you will be frisked. If we find more weapons on the frisk, we'll go hard with you."
I put all of my stuff in there.
All right, they just watch it. Backpack, and they're thinking backpack nuke. No problem. They lock it all up. They don't give you any shit about it. Everybody goes armed here, so apparently they don't give a shit. Dana?
Yeah, I'll just give him my bag. Clunk, clunk.
I
don't have anything else hidden on me.
Great. Yeah, if your ship blows up, then you will be fined, then tortured, then killed, then tortured again. Great. After a surprisingly not gentle search, you guys are then taken to see Councilman Hunt. You can hear him yelling from outside of his place. He lives inside of the important people residences within Ovaltine Fortress. They have many different homes and stuff here. His is large, opulent, and first thing you think is this guy has got a red face. He's kind of a fat dude. He looks like he has been getting the better things in life for too long, and he's meeting you in his library. When you guys walk in, he is posed with one arm up on the mantle of the fireplace, like he's waiting for a fucking picture to be taken. So then he can go, "Oh," and just notice you being brought in by the butler. The butler himself appears to be super old, moves at a shuffle, and the dog is the one who guides him around by going, "Arr, arr," and grabbing his pant leg and kind of dragging him to the left or the right. And he shuffles in and he says, "People to see you, sir, about your daughter." And he says, "Very good, Stanley. That is all." And the old guy goes, and he starts shuffling toward the guy, and the dog goes, and grabs his pant leg and starts turning him back toward you guys where you're standing, in between him and the door. He begins shuffling toward you guys as the dog is nipping at his heels. Excuse me, he says.
I get out of the way.
Excellent. That would have been the slowest collision ever had you not. And he makes it almost to the door, and the guy goes, Stanley, and the dog goes, and slowly turns around. This is like a 2-minute affair, and the guy shuffles back over. He says, see if our guests would like anything to drink. And the dog turns him back around and goes, hey, he starts shuffling toward you. Excuse me, would you care for anything to drink?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Very good. He continues on out. Well, so you're here about my daughter, says Max Hunt.
Yes.
Good.
Glenn James, at your service. I bow.
He goes, give me an etiquette roll not to fuck this up. He's not used to having you bow facing away from him and pulling your pants down like that. That's the thought that counts. He says, looking at your well-toned buttocks, he goes, very good. And you? He says.
I'll just nod at him.
A woman who knows her place, he says, posing again dramatically. Very well. We'll talk about the other thing later. Right now, the important thing is getting my daughter back, he says to Glenn.
The other thing?
Yes. Please pull up your pants while we talk. It's distracting. So, now, yes, you know I will be paying for a safe return.
No, we don't have the details. Mr. I Spy referred us. He didn't want to assume the risk.
Very good. Well, after his percentage fee, that would leave you with 1,000 for you and another 1,000 for you and nothing for her unless you choose to give her some of your money. I'm assuming she's your assistant. Very good, then. Yes, find my daughter, make her come back, and you're done. This is a very simple case. I have no idea where she is. I haven't received any ransom demands. She managed to leave last night at some point, possibly while I was asleep. Any questions?
Yes.
Good. What? She speaks. What do you want? He says. He looks down his nose at you, which is difficult because he's not that tall.
Could you please describe your daughter?
Stanley. He comes in. Yes. Bring the picture of Lacey for them. Very good, sir. I'll get one of the lads to give me a hand. And he gets turned back out and shuffles back out. Eventually, they come back with, you're familiar with like the 17th century portraits they did, the big ass painting?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you were right. They give it to you. There you are, he says. It's in a very heavy frame. 2 people were bringing it in. The butler was not one of them because it would have probably broken him to try to lift it.
I take a picture of it.
Give me a willpower ×1 roll as you pull out a strange device and go.
No.
And all of them, all the people in the room stop and look at you and your device. At your device.
I put it away.
There was an odd feeling that passed over you. Give me a danger sense roll, both of you.
At half.
You notice that there's no technology around here, and you both feel like you came very close to getting fucked. Badly. Oh. Sheila, you felt good about him taking a picture. What a good idea.
I'm unconcerned. We should do all sorts of technological and magic things in front of this guy in his house.
Totally.
Exactly.
I memorize her face.
Okay. It shouldn't be too hard. She's not what I would call pretty, but she's not like hideous or anything. She looks kind of bland, I guess, is the best way to describe it. She has a very forgettable face. Um, Average.
Okay.
Will we know where to see her?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shouldn't be a problem.
Is it just her in the picture?
Yes, yes. It looks like she was not smiling because nobody smiles because posing for a photograph is one thing. Posing for a few hours while some asshole paints you, you can't smile that often through it.
Does she have any friends?
Yes. I don't know their
She-
names and such, but they live somewhere near the Gnome Depot.
No. Okay. Any enemies?
Aside from me, I can think of none. He looks at you and glares.
Did you not get along then?
What? Of course we did. She did everything I told her to. That was a joke earlier.
I
He
see.
looks upset.
So, do you feel like she knew a woman's place?
Not well enough. She managed to get out of her room more than once. You're free to look around in there if you wish, of course. Clues and such, I suppose.
Yes.
Good. Well then, I think that we've concluded everything, yes?
First, I understand you have a son.
Yes, he's upstairs in his room doing who knows what.
Will we be able to question him?
If you wish.
Very good.
Yes. Well then.
Well then, we'll have at it.
All right. Stanley. He comes shuffling in. Sir, show them to my daughter's room, then my son's room, and then bring me a drink. Says dog, dragging him around to face the airway, and he begins shuffling off. This way.
Follow.
I follow.
Oh, good. He was just staring at you guys. You were staring at him. Yeah, but, by the time you got into motion, he had made it to the doorway. He is not a fast man. But eventually, he takes you to a barred cell. It's a big cell, but still a cell. The bars in the window, the manacles and such on the bed clue you into the fact that either this girl was into some kinky shit or she was given very little mobility of movement. The only really interesting thing, aside from the various bars and restraining corsets and things laying around, is the Grognak the Barbarian comic that is eventually turned up.
Ooh. Is that a bonus to melee skills?
In some places, it well may be.
That looks like a clue.
It looks super well thumbed, like it has been read and read and read and read and read.
I read it.
It's a rather simplistic Conan-like story about a mighty feud barbarian who went around smashing things with his axe and saving the occasional lusty wench and whatnot. Pretty much, he's not big on the thinking so much as the smashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I read it too. Scoot over, Glenn.
You guys amuse yourselves by reading it. The old guy says, I'll be going to the young master's room and meet you partway there. Says the dog and takes him in the correct direction.
We take the
plenty of time.
Yeah. Is there anything else here? Spot hidden?
Go for it.
I've got a question of... No. Does it look like... So you said that there's like restraints and stuff. Does it look like they were unlocked or forced open? Like she's being chained to bed?
Hold on a second. I've got to answer the door. Yeah. Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were going to spot hidden or something?
I think you both just failed your spot hidden horribly.
Failed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was asking, how'd she get loose? Does she get chained up every night?
You're not sure. Unlike in movies and stuff, it's impossible to actually tell if a lock's been picked unless the dude was really drunk or really clumsy, in which case picking the lock would be a difficult thing. Because they're always like, oh, there's scratches on the outside. Lock picking doesn't leave scratches on the outside. That's a writer's convenience. Go, look, somebody opened it. There are no keys laying around.
Is there skin or blood residue on the shackles?
No.
Are they rusty?
A bit.
Are there like calendar tally marks on the wall?
Yes.
How many?
28.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there's no way of telling what 28 actually means.
Yeah.
You could have been bored 1 hour and went, yeah.
Does it lock if I close them?
Yes. Now it can't be unlocked. Well, shit, you say.
I pick the lock.
All right, you pull out lock picks. The butler watches you.
Oh, he's halfway down to Michael's room.
You're correct.
And I would hear him coming. And he's blind.
Mostly
All these
blind.
things are true. Okay. So, yeah, you pick the lock back open. Cool.
It's open.
The action, now that you had a lockpick in there, feels very easy, very well lubricated and stuff, and the pins stay up very easily. You're thinking this is an easy lock to pick.
It's been used and maintained.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, if the pins were less easy to keep up, that would be a harder lock to pick.
Okay. Is there a window?
Yes, there is. It's the one over there with the bars on it.
Okay. Probably too close together for a girl to slip out.
Yes, but give me a spot hidden roll now. You're closely examining the bars on the window.
Fumble.
You need some help. You've got
Crit.
your head stuck between two of the bars. She then has you move back, and the bars come away from the window like a secret door, but your head's still stuck in the bars, and you're like, ow, 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 and she's like, oh, look, it opens. You're like, ow, ow, ow.
Wow.
So his head's been stuck in there. That happened, you're thinking.
I try to help him get out.
I wrench my head out.
You find out you don't regenerate here, and you're in a whole lot
Yeah, I
of
was
pain.
thinking.
Eventually, you manage to get his head out. Unfortunately, it requires some of the cosmetic products in the bathroom, but then you smear it on his head and said, now that's happened. It's great. That noise in the background, Matt got a lot of cocaine in the mail, and he's unpacking it in a big hurry. He really likes it. Says it's great quality.
Good.
Curiosity sated.
Put that on my crazy wall. Yeah, so the window just opened.
Well, the bars came away, and then you could slide up the window and stuff. But yeah,
The
it
bars
appears that it was made to look as though it was solid, but after getting your head stuck in there and having her like kind of drag you back at a sideways thing, then you discovered, oh no, it's an illusion.
So it's like on hinges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then there's a glass that we can open.
Yes, it's medieval style glass, meaning it barely lets in light. Thicker at the bottom than the top, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Open it up, and I'm going to stick my head out. Look around.
There's a lot of ivy on the wall. Parts of it look like it's been pulled out. And also, it appears that there's somebody's woven in some green rope looking things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, typical teenage girl stuff.
She climbed down.
Your guess is repeatedly, often.
What do I know? I'm acclimated to Gothic.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of typical teenage girl, is
Oh,
this
yes.
just this family of we're gonna lock her up and go to this trouble of removable bars? Or is this like a social thing?
Oh, no, no. For the most part, men and women have achieved equality for nearly 50 years, maybe more. I mean, they may even be paid the same now, for God's sake. That's how equal it's gotten. Crazy. Political correctness gone mad. But paying them the same. Oh, no. But anyway, yeah, it's just this family. Everybody else it doesn't matter, male, female. I mean, there's female bounty hunters and shit like that, you know. They do more than the usual occupations of witch, prostitute, and pole dancer. I mean, it's pretty much wide open to women. All those are all considered honorable occupations, of course. Not to denigrate witches and stuff.
If you climbed down here, where would you be?
Back in the Old Teen Fortress proper type thing.
Like a courtyard or a different rooftop?
It looks as though actually like climbing down was just your first problem solved in a series of problems getting in and out of the fortress. It looks like it'd be some exciting spy shit trying to get in and out of the fortress. But if you're a teenage daughter of, actually, give me evidence analysis rolls for this next part.
Nope.
She's a witch.
I didn't get it. I have a reroll.
Broomstick, fly out of the place somehow. Harry Potter shit. Yeah. Well, it could work, actually. Magic works in this. This is where the Shadow Academy was originally from. So, fuck, it all makes sense, you think.
I'm going to try a reroll on it.
God damn it.
Got it.
You're guessing that she probably had a pretty low success rate in actually getting past the guards and stuff. But when you're a Shadow Councilman's daughter, chances are high you're not going to get killed for trying to sneak in or out of the fortress. So unlike you guys, she could just keep trying until she eventually made it. And then she's out and about. Whereas you guys would get killed each time, and that'd be harder to try again.